up on News 3 Live at 4. A measure sparking controversy in Illinois' governor's race, FOID cards. We'll explain the debate.
Plus, residents in one town are concerned over leaders' response to fixing sidewalks. Hear from officials and citizens straight ahead.
And a return to some normalcy. We talk with a local band about adapting during the pandemic. That and more is right now during News 3 Live at 4.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. News 3 starts now.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Live at 4. I'm Devin Brooks.
And I'm Yolotson Franco.
We have new details on the story we first brought to you online that involved a reported hazing incident at a sorority at WIU. Our Jenna Skarlupka is here with more on this story. Jenna?
Yolotson and Devin, in a follow-up, we are learning what was told to police on campus in March about the reported violations at the sorority, which has since had its charter revoked. Two students who wanted to join the Alpha Sigma Tau sorority came forward to the WIU Office of Public Safety after going through what one said was, quote, mental cruelty on the official incident report on hazing during Pledge Week. The reported hazing incident occurred on October 26, 2020 at the Alpha Sigma Tau sorority house at 1 Pollock Drive in Macomb. Two female students reported as they entered the house, members were holding candles and singing, increasingly getting louder. Then the room went pitch black. The OPS report said members shouted at the pledges, then said to not contact anyone for the rest of the week, except other members, who they had to be around 24/7. One statement said, quote, sorority members just wanted to tire the pledges out. The next night became a, quote, mandatory wine night, according to the report. The pledges said it was more than wine. One of the students told detectives they were peer pressured to drink alcohol despite being underage. And the report said one pledge drank a water provided by a sorority member and felt drugged later as they had slurred speech and felt unsteady. Police were told by the two pledges that nearly all of the pledges were later, quote, messed up and drunk despite not having much alcohol to drink. According to one of the pledges that reported the incident, the mental cruelty aspect continued as pledges were to reveal secrets about themselves. Then 2 days later, the sorority members reportedly performed skits in front of the larger group, quote, making fun of the secrets. The report also stated that pledges were repeatedly yelled at and locked in a cupboard, and sorority members refused to let the pledges out of the cupboard. One student told police they felt hurt and betrayed by the sorority, but no injuries were reported. The students also chose to leave the sorority, and as of now, no criminal charges have been filed. A judicial review is underway at WIU, and the sorority's current and past presidents declined to comment. In studio, reporting for News 3, I'm Jenna Skarlupka.
Thank you, Jenna, for the update. And could FOID cards soon be gone in Illinois? One state senator has proposed legislation to do so. Republican Senator Darren Bailey proposed this legislation, citing the current months-long backlog to receive cards and longer for card renewal. In 2020, nearly 500,000 applications were filed. The applications are normally processed within 30 days, but in 2021, the average processing time stands at 120 days. Senator Bailey says he believes the federal registry and background checks is all that is needed.
With the FOID card guarantees in the state of Illinois that within 90 days you'll have your card, and they are well behind over 500,000 cards. So, you know, just raising, so essentially we know we've been going with that for all practical purposes without the FOID card for the last 2 years because they've been so behind in the processing, and it's causing a lot of frustration.
In other news, Macomb police say an investigation into a report of sexual abuse of a teen leads to an arrest. Police say 24-year-old Brian Matthews was arrested after having sexual conduct with a 16-year-old. Authorities say the man had inappropriate electronic communication and physical sexual contact with the minor. Matthews was charged with aggravated criminal sexual abuse. He's since posted a $500 bond.
Residents in one local town are taking issues with the city's response to sidewalk repairs. News 3 Lindsay Mock talks to leaders and residents about the decision.
A walk around the town of Rushville, you find what most communities have on their list of city improvements: sidewalk repairs.
Sidewalks are to me, I believe, are a huge piece of our transportation for a lot of the people in our community.
Scott Stoll is a former alderman in the town of about 3,000. One of the last measures he pushed for on the city's council was to fix what he calls unsafe sidewalks.
That was one of the top issues to people when I was talking with them, where the decay of our sidewalks.
This discussion has been ongoing since February. The sidewalks in question are near East Lafayette and South Liberty Streets. But Stoll says the proposal was quickly shot down.
I went forward with a motion to at least get it surveyed and was interrupted right in the middle of the motion by the mayor saying we will not be doing these projects.
Mayor Carson Klitz believes there are more important things to spend money on.
They will stand to stumble on a sidewalk, but they won't stand to be without water.
Stoll says he's concerned about the people's safety.
I've heard everything from people seeing kids fly off the front of their bikes because they hit a bad spot. We've heard broken legs, skinned knees.
And this doesn't just affect the everyday person. As you can see here, the pavement is uneven, which creates a lot more challenges for people like this man who's in a wheelchair. And whether handicapped or children playing, it's left parents like David Schwab worried for his kids.
When my girls ride a bicycle or even walking, some are cracked and heaved up, and it's easier, even for me or any other pedestrian, they can trip on it pretty easy.
Klitz said the city does not have enough money to work on sidewalks, but Stoll says that's not the case.
You've got to learn to prioritize your priorities. And of course, there's some basics. It's water and sewage that are fundamental.
We have quite a bit of money sitting in our general fund. We have some money sitting in our sidewalks fund as well.
Stoll says the cost of projects would be roughly $150,000 and that the funds are available. In Rushville, reporting for News 3, I'm Lindsay Mock.
1 year later, a family reflects on a WIU student's life cut short in Chicago. Our Kennedy Williams has the story.
Happy, satisfying, lovable.
Those are the words of the mother of Keishanae Bolden.
It was not one thing I didn't like about her or didn't love.
Crystal Harris is still having a tough time coming up on 1 year since she got a call no mother wants.
She just enjoyed me to me.
On May 31st, 2020, Harris's life turned upside down.
It would really be hard for her.
Bolden lost her life to gun violence in Chicago, a city she wanted to get away from to move forward in life.
Make an education for herself, a big one, and just have a family and live her life.
Bolden was on track with her dream to become a correctional officer or a lawyer. She had just completed her freshman year at Western Illinois University.
She really liked helping people. She dreamed of that since grammar school.
Even helping Harris, who was a young mother when she had Bolden.
Keishanae made me grown before time. I got pregnant with her at the age 14, and I had her at the age of 15. So that was my best friend. She was like my little sister, basically, studying my daughter.
A life gone too soon, but her spirit lives on. In Macomb, reporting for News 3, I'm Kennedy Williams.
All right, well, right after the break, our latest COVID-19 update.
The number of COVID cases reported in the area as people continue to roll up their sleeves for the next vaccine. That's next.
Rooted in teaching tradition, the desire to impact lives through education marks our Western identity. We believe every student with the hope to succeed deserves a chance at our institution. We're invested in honing each student's individual strengths to turn that hope into promise. Our commitment shows in everything that we do. It guides our faculty with empathy. It grows our students with courage. It moves each of us with purpose. In Macomb and Quad Cities, all walks of life meet to share cultures, ideas, and aspirations. Together, our students welcome new perspectives, helping them bring true value wherever they go next. Whatever the next challenge or change we face, our fighting spirit strengthens and evolves. With fortitude, we remain devoted to our vision. Brave and loyal, we stand as Leathernecks. For our students, for our region, for our state, and beyond. And when we stand together, we stand up for what matters, going forth as one. And that unity takes us far beyond what we've ever imagined.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live at 4 continues.
Welcome back. In today's COVID-19 update, WIU and the County Health Department are both reporting an increase in cases. The university is currently reporting 14 active cases, an increase of 16 from last week, for a total of 54 positive cases on campus this semester. In McDonough County, there are currently 68 active cases for a total of 2,602 since the health department started recording COVID cases last year. Also, students are still encouraged to apply for COVID relief grant money. Look for details in your student email. Back to you, Yolotzen.
Many area businesses were affected by COVID-19 restrictions, including some that had to be permanently closed. Matt Koss talked to the Macomb Chamber of Commerce and business owners on the subject.
With the coronavirus pandemic still looming, local businesses in Macomb, Illinois spoke up on how they had been affected personally. A local business owner said they had to readjust their scheduling to adhere to state guidelines during these changing times.
We had to schedule our people longer in between because we had to sanitize everything down, the chairs, everything down in between clients. We only could have so many people in here at once, so our scheduling really was spread out during the day. So, I mean, it was great that we were able to get back open, but still couldn't do full capacity.
Local businesses are looking to make some of these changes permanent as they continue forward. Customers are encouraged to book online reservations.
We're trying to streamline all of our scheduling, so it's easier for people to go online. They can see all of our schedule, and it's just streamline and try to do it. I guess you asked what we changed different. We're trying to do all hands-free as far as checkout goes. So that's with our website of people getting online and getting all their info in there, so it just makes it easier.
The support from the Macomb community has had a tremendous impact on restaurants and small businesses who have been hit the hardest this last year.
I think our businesses have done a tremendous job adapting to everything that's been thrown at them through the last year, some more than others. Obviously, our restaurants and our small businesses have been hit the hardest of all. And we really didn't have a lot of business closures in town, and it just goes to show what a tight-knit community Macomb is. They really rallied around the businesses and supported them, even with the just incredible restrictions that were put in place, especially in the beginning when everyone had to close down.
For more information on the funding that is becoming available and how to apply, visit MacombCountyChamber.com or stop by their office. In Macomb, reporting for News 3, I'm Matt Koss.
Well, as COVID restrictions are easing across Illinois, good news, live music performances are returning in person. News 3 sat down with a local band to learn how they adapted to the pandemic. Here's Jenna Skarlupka.
Many musicians have struggled to perform under COVID restrictions, but one local band says the pandemic has made them even stronger. Mississippi Dogfish formed during the pandemic after a one-time performance for a friend's event. The band says the lockdown helped them grow together.
We all became really better musicians, like during the beginning parts of the pandemic, because we had nothing else to do but play instruments and, be alone for a little while.
The six-piece band draws from rock, blues, and other music. They recorded their first album right at home, which helped them focus even more on what's important.
I was a little surprised by how kind of like removing all of these structures kind of let me be a little more creative with my time and let me focus on things that I like doing. And I that's kind of a powerful realization.
As the band returns to live performances in person this month, they look forward to the continued support from the public.
People use music as like a way to cope.
I'm feeling fairly optimistic about music for the first time in a while.
You can find Mississippi Dogfish on Facebook and Instagram to learn more about their music and their upcoming album. In Macomb, reporting for News 3, I'm Jenna Skarlupka.
Last week, WIU held an annual event to raise awareness of sexual violence. Our Kennedy Williams talked to participants about what the event means to them.
Survivors Unite! Take back the night!
A night for survivors.
It helps to spread awareness and fight against sexual violence.
Letting victims know they can pull through.
Just know that you're never alone and everyone here is supporting you.
I know you never asked for this, but just keep trying and keep going.
A motivation to speak out.
I was unfortunately abused by a relative when I was in first grade, and
I don't know why, and I still don't know why, and I'm still a little confused on why it happened, but it wasn't until in high school that I realized what happened and it wasn't okay, that I actually hated myself and I actually blamed myself.
This survivor later came out to her parents.
Luckily, you know, they believed me and they were really supportive of me.
But she understands why people keep silent.
They don't know how other people will react if they wouldn't believe you.
He drove to a secluded place, a short drive away from my house, and raped me.
That was a story Marco Narvaez shared from a patient he was called to help on the job as a student EMT.
He followed me back to my bedroom instead and shoved me down on my bed. He was attempting to rape me again.
He knows firsthand the trauma victims of sexual violence face.
Many times these events have a large emotional toll on these people.
But with courage and support,
acknowledge their pain.
The pain can hopefully turn into a new life of peace.
The time is near. We won't be controlled by fear.
In Macomb, reporting for News 3, I'm Kennedy Williams.
Well, let's take a look at Macomb Skycam. Up next, News 3 Kaysen Frericks will update us on this weekend's weather.
Yeah, will there be another barbecue alert? Kaysen is cooking up something in his weather forecast. Stick around.
Western Illinois University is here to serve your future. Large enough to provide opportunities, small enough to connect you to them. Your potential is our purpose. Explore your talents in a place you belong. Western Illinois University is here to serve your future. Large enough to provide opportunities, small enough to connect you to them. You are unique, and we are committed to you. Become the future you at WIU Quad Cities.
Good afternoon, Macomb. Well, in honor of our great day that we're having outside today, it's very beautiful out. Today is also Earth Day, and you know, you might have learned probably a little bit about this as when you were a kid in elementary school and whatnot, but this is basically an event to talk about environmental protection and whatnot, and stuff that along those lines. Now, what this does is it promotes education, you know, as well as personal action, and just things we can do to help with the climate change that is taking place. And actually, the website I went on here, earthday.org, really good site. I found some really good things. Brother Osborne is performing here within the next hour, so it might be something you might want to look at today and have the kids look at as well. Mother Nature really surprising us this week as well. Some snow on Tuesday. You can see these are some of the pictures that I took outside of on my front porch, actually, outside of my apartment. Very weird, some very heavy snow, but it did not last long. And what we're tracking this week now is some rain chances. We're going to see that tomorrow as well as some on Saturday morning. We're also going to see some temperatures that steadily improve up to closer to average coming this weekend. And we've actually got some 80s in the forecast, and we might actually issue that barbecue alert that Devin talked about a little bit earlier. Currently outside, though, right now, 56 degrees, sunny out there. It's really beautiful out. If you got the chance, you know, once you get off work, spend a little bit of your evening outside. radar right now, not showing much, but this is our next system located over there just west of, that's Missouri actually. And that's going to be a system that begins to move in tonight. So we might actually have some rain chances here for the overnight hours, but the main portion of it is going to be on Friday. And you can see it's a big, fairly big system, but no severe weather or anything. It's just going to move through and give us some nice rainfall. And you can see that on future radar there. That's the majority of the heavy amount and whatnot. Tonight, though, around the area, 40s are going to be, for most of us, low. Beardstown 42, Havana 42 as well. Tomorrow, though, warming up quite nicely. Going to be another great day outside. 55 in Beardstown, 54 in Monmouth, and 56 in Burlington. Here in Macomb, we'll get through it to you quick. A low of 40, winds out of the south at 8. And tomorrow, back up near 55. We're going to have some showers throughout the day, though. That 7-day, here you go. We'll take a quick look. Showers there on your Saturday, Sunday improving very well. And Monday and Tuesday, there's 80. We'll issue one last barbecue alert for you. Coming up next, Mike Reed and Chris Breen will break down all the action in sports. That's next after a short break.
We are Western Illinois University, and we are amazing.
On Fridays, we wear purple.
We are home to professional athletes and actors,
lawmakers, CEOs, a civil rights leader, and a 3-star general, plus over 100,000 other impressive alumni.
Our programs are mighty. Our law enforcement program is the largest in the state of Illinois and is known internationally.
Supply chain management boasts a nearly 100% job placement rating.
And cornfields might surround us, but we have a fine arts program that can rival any large city.
It's okay to take courses in wine tasting, wedding planning,
scuba diving, grain drying, Renaissance art, engineering computational methods, or advanced federal taxation.
Sometimes our classes even take us to Disney World.
The Apostle Islands, Greece, France, all around the world.
For fun, we spray paint a bulldog statue, race cardboard boats, and shave our heads and dance all night to raise money for charities.
Not only do we paint the paws before homecoming, but we show our love for our mighty mascot, Colonel Rock, with painted statues all over town.
Sometimes we play volleyball with a giant ping ball, and sometimes we play in the mud.
It's totally normal to look at our res hall windows and see a hot air balloon floating by.
Or experience all 4 seasons in one day.
Hey alumni, jump on that Amtrak from Chicago or St. Louis or anywhere in between.
And come back to get a horseshoe,
listen to the award-winning Jazz Studio Orchestra,
or tailgate before a D1 game.
Not every school can say they started the 4-year cost guarantee program
and have a second campus on the banks of the mighty Mississippi.
We are Western Illinois University.
And we are the Leathernecks.
WIU men's basketball head coach Rob Jeter strengthened his roster on Monday. The new additions are Luka Baristich, Croatian grad transfer forward from the University of Texas San Antonio, Kelvin Lee Jr., a freshman guard from Fort Zumwalt North High School, and a pair of junior guards, Quinlan Bennett and from Lamar University in Texas, and Trenton Massner from Northwestern State University in Louisiana. Jeter said that this is a very talented class and provides us with a deeper, more versatile roster as we try to navigate towards the top of the Summit League. Now let's send it over to Chris Bean with a fall sports update.
Thanks, Mike. Western Illinois athletic teams were able to compete for the first time since COVID-19 pandemic started. Athletic Director Danielle Supernot said fall sports will be back even though there are some unknowns.
Yeah, I fully anticipate that fall sports will be back on normal timing. I think there are still, a lot of unknowns still, we're moving really quickly with the vaccine. And I do anticipate us being able to open it up a little bit in the fall. Do I know that for certain yet? No, but I do fully anticipate that.
That's sport. That sports final word is next.
and teaching tradition. The desire to impact lives through education marks our Western identity. We believe every student with the hope to succeed deserves a chance at our institution. We're invested in honing each student's individual strengths to turn that hope into promise. Our commitment shows in everything that we do. It guides our faculty with empathy. It grows our students with courage. It moves each of us with purpose. In Macomb and Quad Cities, all walks of life meet to share cultures, ideas, and aspirations. Together, our students welcome new perspectives, helping them bring true value wherever they go next. Whatever the next challenge or change we face, our fighting spirit strengthens and evolves. With fortitude, we remain devoted to our vision. Brave and loyal, we stand as Leathernecks. For our students, for our region, for our state, and beyond. And when we stand together, we stand up for what matters, going forth as one. And that unity takes us far beyond what we've ever imagined.
The WIU School of Music Opera will host Opera in the Park. The concert will take place in Chandler Park on April 30th and May 1st at 5 p.m.
Yeah, WIU students and a pianist will perform under the direction of Paula Shoemate. For more information, visit news3wiu.com. Well, we might have to take a senior last trip or something to that concert. What do y'all think?
I think we deserve it, right?
We do. We do.
Well, but also the weather. Let's go to the weather, and then we will talk about our farewell, right? Our last show here.
That's right, yeah. We'll do weather here. One quick bit. We're going to have some showers. We're going to have to dodge tomorrow. And then, of course, through Saturday, might have some showers in the morning as well. But things really improve heading into our weekend. 63 is the high on Sunday. And then look at Monday and Tuesday. Just so beautiful out there. High of 79 and 80 for those days. And then we'll see some scattered storms and more rain move in towards the middle of next week. But my final and last barbecue alert for us for those great days, or some might say the pick day of the week.
Pick day of the week, yeah. He's in charge of the barbecue alerts, and I'll tell you when there's the pick day of the week, right? The best day. All right. Well, this is our last show, and we have all of our seniors up here. I'll start just to say that I'm going to miss this place, right? Not to get emotional. Maybe I'll pass it along and then it's already getting emotional. Chris Bean?
Devin, I remember our first weekend here when we were freshmen, and I can't believe we're about to leave.
I know.
Crazy.
That's right. The time has flown.
I just want to say thank you for News 3 for letting me grow and show my reporting skills, and also my partner in crime, Devin Brooks. It was a pleasure working with all of you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was really fun. This is awesome, an awesome team, and obviously thank you to everybody in the broadcasting and journalism department for helping all of us become who we are today.
Yeah, and definitely I'd love to give News 3 some love here, because the fact that they gave me the opportunity to be sports director and all the opportunities to help people grow and me grow as well. So I really appreciate it, and everyone else here.
That's right. Yeah, we want to thank the community. We want to thank people for tuning in, and we also want to give a special thanks to our news director, Dr. Jessica Martin, for coming into a very uncertain time, and we just really appreciate all of her work of getting us through and making it very smooth. So, other than that, for Chris Bean and Yelotsin Franco and Case and Frericks, Mike Reed, trying to get all the names right. I'm Devin Brooks. This is News 3 Live at 4. Bye-bye. Thank you.